cars to move.
Now, you said that we had an apparatus committee, so that means that the city government didn't just pick out and assign us some trucks, but we had direct input into what we needed. As firemen, we got to be a part of the process of designing and choosing the tools and equipment that we get to use.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't be brash enough to say that I can design a street sweeper for the street department. And I don't think that the city management would be so brash as to say, I can design a fire truck and tell you what you need. We are the professionals in the fire service, and we're going to know the standards and the laws related to firefighting. So we're going to be the best source of knowledge. Now, we do have to look at budgetary constraints, obviously, but I don't think that anybody will ever accuse the leadership of the Tyler Fire Department of being wide open to spending money. We're a pretty conservative bunch.
Right, which is the amount that these fire engines and ladder trucks cost. It's going to be important for the fire department administration to maintain trust and a good working relationship with the city government in order for the city government to allocate the funds that we request for the apparatus. If they didn't trust us, then they might not be so apt
Absolutely.
to give us everything not just everything.
You can go out and buy a ladder truck. We've got 2 new ladder trucks that are fixing to roll into Tyler Fire Department. Those ladder trucks are going to be costing us just a little over $1 million apiece. Now, can I buy a ladder truck for less than $1 million? You betcha I can. I can go out and I can find a ladder truck that I can buy for $500,000. Will it stand up in the Tyler Fire Department service? Probably not. But I can buy one for a lot less. We're looking at the best bang for the buck, and we always have been. We have a management team in the city of Tyler that's willing to give us what we need to be efficient in our operation.
Do you directly contribute to the budgeting process and the allocation of funds in the fire department?
That's my primary responsibility. The budget process for the fire department, we have 2 assistant fire chiefs in the Tyler Fire Department. One assistant fire chief is the assistant chief of operations. That is not my position. That is the one that's directly over all of the suppression or the firefighting crews. I am the administrative assistant chief, and that puts me over maintenance, budget, finance, purchasing, planning, emergency management, everything except the operations within the department. Budget is probably 80% of my job relates to the budget process, budget and finance.
Okay, and so I guess you write the coming year's budget and decide.
In the middle of that process as we speak.
In the middle of okay, well that was my next question. How long do you have to write the budget for the upcoming year?
Actually, the budget process in Tyler is a year-round event, but it has certain schedules that have to be met, and an example would be the official kickoff of the budget process each year usually starts in mid-April. As a department, we have until the end of May, sometime in the end of May, to have our budget complete and presented to city management, the top city management. They in turn take all of the different departments' budgets, blend those together into a single budget for the city of Tyler. And then they take that budget and begin working on the balancing of that budget, because it's required to have, state law says that you must have a balanced budget. Meaning that if you're projecting you're going to spend this much money next year, you've got to be able to project that you're going to have that much revenue coming.
Now,
I don't have to worry about that because we're not a revenue department. We're going to tell them what it's going to cost to operate the fire department. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about how we go about getting the money to offset that. That goes above us.
you've been in the administrative side of the house for, what did you say, 20 years now?
About 23.
Give or take. Now, I understand that that's not as an exciting and, the adrenaline pump that say being the first in through the front door of a house on fire is, but it is wholly important to the department's, to the way the department runs. Do you feel like you might have missed out, looking back, do you feel like you might have missed out on some of the, just some of the other aspects of the job by going down the, if this was a corporate business, you would say going down the corporate road versus being in the front line road?
Although it may not be believed by a number of people in our department, I am an eternal optimist. I have always been one that the glass is half full, not half empty. I feel like that the job that I do is extremely important, and in fact, if I wasn't doing the job that I do, then the guys that ride the fire trucks couldn't do the job that they do. In like turn, if they didn't do the job that they do, I couldn't justify the funding for them to do that job. So it's a balanced effort. Yeah, I feel like I've been a very, very strongly integrated into every time they go out the door and they go fight that fire. I may not be the one that's holding the nozzle. I may not be the one that's cutting the door open to get to rescue the victim out of the car wreck, but they couldn't do it without me any more than I could do it without them.
Right. Well, is there any one thing that you would like to accomplish or like to see done before your time comes to an end at the Tyler Fire Department?
Oh, I would very much like to see the growth that we have planned. Our city is really into planning. I mean, we are planning 3, 5, 10, and 15, and 20 years out. We're looking way out there in the future. And way out there in the future, I can tell you, are at least 4 more fire stations and the crews necessary to staff those stations and all of the support mechanism that's necessary for those 4 more crews. I would love to see 1 or 2 of those crews come into place before my career ends in the department. But even if it doesn't, I feel like that we're well on the way for that to take place, and I feel like I've had a finger in being able to accomplish that.
Okay. Well, second part to that question, how much longer do you intend to be? Not a member, because I mean,
You're a member for life.
You're a member for life. As you host the monthly retirees coffee, you're not how long do you plan on being a member, but how long till you retire?
I will continue working until it's no longer fun.
All right. That being said, if it ceases to be fun and you do retire, what are your plans afterwards?